Hello, Chris here from the SME Centre of Excellence, and we're back again talking about key activities, this time in the business model canvas. Nearly there, guys, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more boxes to complete after this. So really, the key activities building block describes the most important things that your company must do in order to make its business model work. So it's a fundamental building block here, guys. It's really important to spend some time getting it as right as you can. And you know what? It doesn't have to be right the first time. As you go through this iterative process, you'll probably find that your key activities change equally. You'll probably find that your value proposition changes. It's probably unlikely that you're going to get this right first time round. So be patient with it. Although you can quickly document this as a model canvas, don't forget that I would encourage people to continuously look to check to see if the business model is going to how you planned and make changes along the way. So, key activities. Key question here, it's about deciding what your business really does and asks this first question. How will you and your team spend your time? Is it chasing customers? Is it manufacturing a product? Is it delivering a service? Managing contractors? Delivering stock? Operating sales channels? Recruiting new team members? So on and so forth. These are the most important actions your company must perform in order to operate successfully. And these key activities are required to create and offer a value proposition, reach the markets, maintain the customer relationships, earn revenues, and so on and so forth. And like key resources, which we'll probably be coming on to next video, these key activities differ depending on the kind of business model type that you have. So for example, some key activities of other organizations, if you look at IKEA, these guys focus relentlessly on minimizing their production costs and spend almost no time at all on assembly. This is also the critical success factor to their value proposition. Another example is Nespresso. They spend their time running their own sales channels and no time at all growing coffee or manufacturing the process or machines or anything involved in that production process. Netflix, these guys focus on creating original content. They don't ship DVDs to customers like other organizations used to. But this is all only been possible since the internet speed has increased dramatically. And the last example here is Airbnb. Now, these guys spend their time coordinating two sides of the market between their renters and their hosts. That means that they're prioritizing their customer experience and the advertising experience, but they don't maintain or refurbish any properties themselves. So you'll note that there are lots of things to be done and not a lot of space in the key activities box, and that's no accident. We're looking for you to really drill down excuse me, on what key activities your organization is looking to do. So jumping a little bit, here in our example, this made up example of the healthy food delivery service. So we've put a range of key activities that we believe that our staff and directors might work on a weekly basis. This involves kind of website and app development, customer and partner relationship management, planning and procurement, order fulfillment and shipping, so on and so forth. But if you look at the bold blue text, these are the two key activities that I have just randomly highlighted, that in this example would be the key activities in order to deliver the whole business model. Don't forget, this whole business model is built up on getting people and delivering an outstanding service to them with healthy foods, because they can't cook, they don't know how to cook, they're busy, they have a lifestyle option that they're preparing to take. So lastly, I just want to talk to you about the three main types of key activities that might help you when kind of working towards this key activities building block list. The first one is production. So these activities relate to designing, manufacturing and delivering a product in the substantial quantities and or of superior quality. Production activity dominates the business model of manufacturing firms. So if you're a manufacturer or developing products, the key activity here is about the production of that article, product, whatever you want to call it. It isn't necessarily about the shipment of it. It isn't necessarily about raw materials per se. It is purely about the production processes that exist in your organization. The next one is problem solving, and the key activities to this type of area: come up with new solutions to individual customer problems. The operations of consultancies, hospitals, and other service organizations are typically dominated by problem-solving activities, and their business model calls for activities such as knowledge management and continuous training. So if you're in the problem-solving arena, if you're a consultant, if you have some software kind of social media kind of thing going on, you'd probably squarely fall into this problem-solving arena. And the last one is the platform or network key activity. And business models designed with a platform as key resources are dominated by platform or network related key activities. Networks, matchmaking platforms, software, and even brands can function as a platform. So if you look at eBay, their business model requires that the company continuously develops and maintains its platform. While Visa's business model require activities related to its credit card transaction platform for their market, which is merchants, customers, and banks. But the last two are clearly platforms that need support. Microsoft business model requires managing the interface between vendors and its Windows operating system. So key activities in this category, guys, relate to platform management, service provisioning, and platform promotion. So if you're in that area, and actually this is quite probably apt for a lot of people in today's technology, the rate of change, the pace of change, it might be that if you're looking to develop an online platform, your key activities essentially are managing, creating the platform. And lastly, 4 questions what I want to leave you with. Which activities are most important? What are we sacrificing in order to prioritize the most important activities? What activities could be outsourced to a key partner? And what activities could we move in-house? So there are lots of things to think about when we pose those questions. The first one, which activities are most important? This is essentially the whole aim of this building block, to really spend time with yourself if you're a sole trader, or your team if you have one, and drill down and really be clear on what activities is it that we are about. What are we sacrificing in order to prioritize the most important activity? So for example, on the face of it, when we talked about the production key activity, you'd expect that delivery or fulfillment might be a part of it, but you know what? It might be that you guys just focus on purely producing the goods and get external partners to come in, deliver it, so on, so forth. Which is the next question. What activities could be outsourced to a key partner? Look, whether you're a platform-based, a production-based, whatever it is, you're going to probably have to do some kind of bookkeeping, some kind of accounts. Now, I don't know about you, but finance isn't my strong point, so I'm always going to go to a bookkeeper or an accountant. I might call in an external project manager if I have to. It's all about time capacity. And then which leads me to the next question, the last one here. What activities could we move in-house? So depending upon what area of work you're in, it might be that actually you need to have an accountant in-house, or it might be that you need to have an HR department in-house, or you might need to have whatever department in-house. What activities can you move in-house? However, note that in-house departments or in-house personnel often cost a lot more than external partners. So that's the lowdown on key activities here. Really important part of it. Probably going to look at key resources next, fairly similar to key activities. So stay tuned, and I'll have the next video to you as soon as I can. Over and out.